Hey everybody, welcome to BODS Mayhem Hour. I'm your host, John the Bod, aka the Bod Father, with my co-host,
Gina.
We have an awesome interview lined up for you guys and gals out there today. We have the band Discrepancies back on the show, and as always, we're always glad to have Discrepancies back on the show. It's always a good time with these guys. And looks like they've been signed to a new label. We're going to be talking about that. Plus, you know, they got the new album coming out. They're still working on stuff, so we're going to be talking about that. So we'll let Gina kick everything off here.
Hi guys, how are ya?
What up? How's it going? I'm good.
Oh boy, it's already started.
Uh-oh.
Steve's already laughing.
So we
go ahead.
Since we're in the studio, we all had to gather around this one love seat. And I had Mike last night. It's real bad. Anyway, on to the interview.
You guys have had a lot go on since you've last been on the show. A lot's happened for you guys in the past year.
Yeah.
Kick Steve out of the band.
Last we talked, you were making your mini documentary on the road to Point Fest, which, by the way, thanks for including us in that. It was nice to finally get a visual of what was happening on the other side of the phone during that interview. It's not much different than what I expected, but I was kind of hoping Steve was going to be topless during the nipple rub. So he kind of disappointed me a little bit. But it looks like you guys had fun filming that video. I know last time we talked about the road to Point Fest, but can you guys kind of just touch on that briefly and tell us about making the video and how that whole experience was?
It was pretty awesome. Point Fest, Steve, come on, quit playing. Point Fest in general was just crazy because of the amount of people that we got to perform in front of. And we had our good friend Freddie. I don't know if you saw him in the video too much, but he was the one who shot it, and he just got to hang around with us all day and had to put up with our ridiculous antics, try to make something good out of it. But it was a really cool experience. It was really cool. He's one of our favorite people to hang out with anyway, so with him being behind the camera made it that much more fun for us. He's done a few of our videos. He's done Raising the Bar and Rock the Show. Yeah. And he just worked on something we can't talk about yet, but more stuff coming soon.
Yeah, the video definitely gives a good kind of behind the scenes to you guys and a look into your personality. It's a fun video. Where can people go watch that at?
It's on, I believe it's on YouTube right now.
Yep. It's on YouTube. You can go to discrepanciesmusic.com to find a link to that on our Facebook page. Last had a link there, but if you go on YouTube, you just put it.
Yeah, you can find it on our website, discrepancies.music.com. We also posted it on our Facebook recently, so it should be towards the top, as well as just YouTube. If you type in Discrepancies, it'll come up under our page as well.
Cool.
And on inVogue's, our record label, inVogue Records, on their YouTube, it'll be there as well.
Oh, the old school band inVogue.
Yep.
Anything impressed you guys about making this new album that's going to come out to all of us? What's caught your eye about, if anything, guys, possibly?
You know, it's actually, a lot of people might have heard the album we had come out with. It's a re-release of that album with some extras on it, as well as new artwork, a whole, line of merch, as well as it's available on vinyl. We're really excited that it's now available on vinyl. It's a very limited run. There's only, I think, 100 being made, and after that, it's done. And it seems to be going pretty well. A lot of people have been ordering vinyl, but I think we're just really excited to finally have our album on vinyl.
No, that's really cool. And since the new music is coming out, since we last talked, you guys got signed to inVogue. Congrats, that's exciting.
Thank you.
What does this mean for the future for you guys, and how was that experience?
So basically, they had approached us late last year, and we actually had to call into work. We didn't have that much notice, and drive overnight up to where they are located in Ohio. And we met with them, and basically they're like, this is what we see. That what would you want help with, or what are you looking for? It's more of a partnership. They really just want to work with us and just basically make us, give us every avenue possible to accomplish what we want to, as well as working together to get to where we would like to be.
I know. Did you guys just buy a van? Did I see that on Facebook?
Yeah, it's the Rolling Mansion.
So does that mean we're going on the road, or does that mean you guys are just trying to be creepy?
No. We're all homeless now, so we needed a place to live.
And a Prius just couldn't hold us, so we decided to go with a van.
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Garrett has to do this interview in his accent.
He's done a few accents.
Oh, that was when you wouldn't shut up talking in British or something.
It was like his Australian accent or something other. I don't know.
What was that?
Australian.
Yeah, that's it. There it is.
I mean, you could mix it up throughout if you
We
wanted
bought
to.
a van, and we were just really excited about it, but we can't get on a support run is what we really want, because we could do headline shows, which we have a few set up already, but the real problem is that if we keep doing that, it doesn't allow us to continue to grow to a new fan base. He keeps farting, so we're moving rooms. Got a serious problem. But yeah.
Are there any songs off this album, guys, that I know they change from day to day usually, but that stand out more to you guys that's really impressed you guys the most with it?
The majority of this record is going to be, since it's a re-release of The Awakening, I mean, a majority of it is the same material, but I would say out of the new material, we're adding two new songs. One of them is a remake from the EP, and one of them is an acoustic edition of one of our previously released songs. I would say, honestly, I'm really excited to how the acoustic one's going to turn out right now. Personally, we're just for me, like, because we're recording it right now, like, that's when it's the most exciting to me, is because it's constantly changing, and we're like developing it, like we're literally watching it be developed as it's happening. So I think that's probably the most exciting one for me at the current moment. But I think we're also really excited because we've already started working on pre-pro for the follow-up. So I'm really excited to try and get something done as well.
Are you guys working on a new album right now, or just waiting just to get this out, this re-release, possibly?
Kind of both. We are working on a brand new record as well, but that's something that's going to take. It's something that's going to take a little bit, just because of the way the timeline sits. We kind of want to make sure that we get the maximum out of this. And the thing with inVogue, when we started working with them, was that they basically were like, we understand the audience that you guys have developed, have worked with, but we want to help you guys develop it into a larger national, international, because we think this record really has a lot of potential. So it's tough because like we're kind of already like ready to do the next one, and they think this one still has more potential, so they want to make sure they get every last drop they can out of it, which is cool with us because we enjoy all the songs on here. So
I bought the Discrepancy EP not long ago, which is pretty cool. I like Get Hype. Hype is a good song on there. And The Truth. Honestly, the EP is actually pretty damn good. All of it's good, actually.
So I was recently at your pop show, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but did you guys sell out pops?
Yes.
I was going to say, if not, it was really close because it was a packed house. That show was awesome. I had a lot of fun. It was really entertaining. You guys had some guest appearances and a few collabs. Really, really cool show. Tell me how Pops was for you guys.
We love Pops. We performed at Pops quite a bit, actually. But it had been like over a year since we played there last. So it was just a really cool moment to go back there. Personally, even before I was in this band, I played Pops as a solo band, and it's always been my favorite venue in St. Louis. If I may, I want to ask you a question. What was your favorite part of the night?
Oh, man, that's hard. I'm a big fan of Dan Marcella myself, so that was kind of cool. But also the Limp Bizkit with Patrico was kind of amazing.
So they finally did oh, wow. They finally did a Limp Bizkit deal.
And but like even besides that, I mean, you guys were really awesome. It was a great lineup. We had a lot of fun. It was really good energy throughout the entire night. So I would say overall, all around, really good show.
Thank you.
Wait, didn't the last time we had them on here, they were talking about they weren't going to rule out not doing something by Limp Bizkit? Wasn't that or am I wrong?
I don't know. I don't remember, but
You're right.
What they did at the show was great. I mean, it really was.
No, I was right.
So, you guys have some upcoming shows?
Yeah, we are not finally, but we are getting back out of town. I know right now we are going to be heading to Illinois very early March. So I think that first weekend in Peoria in Quad Cities. Then after that, we're going to be playing in Sullivan, Missouri with a bunch of really awesome bands. And that's March 10th. And then March 17th for St. Patrick's Day, we're actually going to be down in Rolla for their big St. Patrick's Day party at Shots.
Wasn't there a bet that you guys had that if someone didn't sell the most amount of tickets, that they had to wear a romper or something like that? Is that true? What happened with that, guys?
Yeah. So
Tell us
Listen,
about
I also came to that show, and that show was awesome too, for the romper alone.
This is what happened.
what happened was.
So me and Garrett had this ticket race, and we're like, we're gonna have a bet, like a little motivation to try and push tickets. You know, the loser had to sing "Get Low" by Lil Jon acoustically by themselves before our set. Then somebody in our band named Antonio just had to take that information, put it on Facebook as they are going to sing "Get Low" by Lil Jon acoustically in a romper. Without either of them. They threw it out there like that. Now,
But we did know that Steve already had rompers available, so it wasn't really.
so it's closer to the show, and we were actually playing in Peoria the week before, and I hurt my back, and that it is relevant. I hurt my back, which
Steve wants to tell you how he hurt his back.
I was lifting something very heavy,
Oh boy.
and
I don't think that's true, Steve. Tell him what happened.
Yes, please enlighten us on what happened.
I fucking hate you.
I hope you guys, please tell me you're recording this also. I feel like every time we have an interview, we should be, there should be video to match it. I don't want to miss out on another nipple rub. So please tell us about what happened to your back.
I don't really know exactly what happened.
I want to know, and I want to know in like detail.
Whoa, did you catch what Antonio said?
No.
He went into the bathroom, and when he came out, his back was messed up. One hell of a shit.
Oh my God.
Man.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a
Like
shit
it was
for the
a-
ages.
Yeah, man. It looked like he was in some agony. I really did feel for him.
That's some powerful stuff, man.
Whew.
I don't know.
Wow, I'm going to take a break on that one.
Look back out.
Oh,
Wow. Anyway, I've lost my place now. I don't even know what we were talking about. How did we get there? How did we get to that massive shit fest? This happened to me last time too. Like I totally lost my place in what we were talking about. But
About the romper race anyway, so
the robber race, yeah.
which hindered me from being able to deliver tickets to last week. So
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
see.
up with a solution to where we would both sing it, or I would sing it. Shut up, you and your big
That's
long
not
hair.
even true.
That is true.
Dude, what happened was that we didn't get to premiere the video, so we won't.
No, we talked about this at McDonald's on the way up there. Isn't that it? And you're like, because you're like, have you learned how to play it? And I was like, no. Have you learned how to sing it? And you're like, no. And I was like, okay, well, I'll sing it and you play guitar. Anyway, what had happened was we ended up ultimately, Garrett played guitar and I sang. Now, I don't know if you've ever been on guitar, but they don't really make rompers for me. And which is a real shame, and I feel like it's an untapped market that somebody should capitalize on. So I had to go and just order a jumpsuit. I was gonna cut the legs off. So the jumpsuit gets there the night before, literally the night before our show. So I had no time to order another one. And I was like, okay, I put it on. I marked it where it would be or where it should be, and I cut it. So I cut the legs off. I go to test fit them back on, and something happened to where it was a lot shorter than I had marked it. So, yeah, the romper showed a little bit more than fully intended. With the entire crowd.
Steve looked like a UPS delivery guy.
It was beige. I looked like a UPS. I looked like a slutty UPS driver.
It worked
Oh
well
my
for
God.
you. I really think it did.
I don't think so. I Right.
I was kind of hoping that it would reappear one day, like
I don't think
it
I
would
could look.
resurface.
Everybody asked that, so me and Garrett both at the end of the night threw ours away at the ready room.
No, I was hoping like it would maybe resurface somewhere in a video somewhere, or like like there would be like money raining down on you in your romper, and you're like rubbing your nipples with the money. You could all like incorporate it together.
These are all great ideas.
Yeah,
Gee.
I think that's like in your next video shoot. Like he's behind the kit. There's money falling on him. Rub it on the nipples. He pulls his romper down. There's like girls.
Wow.
Like I'm envisioning it in my head right now.
Well, Gina has a fascination with this.
The ham and eggs are hanging out of the.
Oh, dude. No. No.
Oh.
No.
You okay,
No.
John?
No.
Are you okay?
That's.
Anyway.
Continue.
So, I know we were talking about you guys, your new music coming out. You guys are working on some stuff. But I was wondering if, Antonio, are you going to do another Facebook rap for us? That was awesome.
Uh-oh.
Can we do that? That needs to be like once a year, every 6 months.
I could probably do once a year. See, I started off, I did 30 at first, and then I did 60.
Next one.
Well, it's okay. So it's kind of, because I don't know if John knows about it. Kind of tell everybody how that started.
We told him to do it.
Yeah, I think Garrett or somebody saw somebody did it, and he brought it to me and was like, "Hey, do you think you could do something like this?" And I was like, "I sure can try." So I gave it, and basically all I do is I comment on Facebook and I say, "Hey, first 30 comments on this video, I'm gonna turn into a song. I'm gonna rap every comment." And it started off as 30. I did the 31, and I wanted to make the second one different, kind of up the ante a little bit, so I did 60. And like after I did that, someone messaged me immediately. It was like, "All right, now do 100." And I'm like, "Whoa!" Like 100, like God, like I don't know, but like I got.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. Like I know I got to up the ante next time. I don't know if I'm gonna do 100.
He's gonna do it in a romper.
I'm not doing.
Yes.
Rappers don't wear rompers.
Not yet. You could be the first. You could start trendsetter right here.
There you go.
Well, you said it's an market. I can't even find one.
Wow, BODS Mayhem Hour has went to cross-dressing now. What the hell?
But yeah, man, those are always good just to get engaged with the with people and stuff, and it's just some people they got to throw like really hard words in there. I had to try to limit it.
Sure.
Yeah, my fiance, she put a really hard one in there for me.
They're testing you. And that's why I bring it up, is because I missed the post. So by the time that I had found it, you already had your 60 comments. So I didn't have a chance to throw mine in there. So I want another one.
All right. Just a heads up. All right. Cause like it took it like 3 or 4 days to reach the 60 comments, because people will see it that it says 70 or 80 comments, but really that's people were commenting on other comments.
Right.
Not the sub comments at all. So like people actually still had time to get their comments in.
Gotcha.
Like, days after. But yeah.
So how much stuff do you guys have written right now for a new album, possibly? Do you have anything written right now, or are you just waiting, or what?
Oh, I mean, we're sitting on a good amount of stuff. Garrett and them send me like new tracks and stuff every day that I ignore. But right, I'm not. I'm busy. I'm too busy writing Facebook raps to worry about any of that right now. But no, yeah, like we're definitely working on a lot of new material. It's just we're very picky, so it's kind of hard for us to. It's gonna take a while for us to settle on what goes where, what we're actually gonna use. Like, yeah, we're just really big. We're hard on each other and we're hard on ourselves, so we just really want to make sure that we're doing the best we can and also having fun with it at the same time.
I mean, plus with the reissue of your guys' current album, that's in my eyes, that's pretty good. If you ask me, for somebody to have to reissue it out, add more stuff to it, I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
I was kind of like against it at first, but I mean, like, there's still a lot of people who haven't heard The Awakening, and I would love for it to get like kind of like a second light and get more, more attention, and because it's probably one of the things like that I'm most proud of.
Yeah, it's like I said before when you guys were on here, I'm a big metal and punk guy, and I could listen to The Awakening and like it. It's a different style of music and everything. I like it. I dig all your guys' music, though.
Thank you.
Since you guys are all in the studio right now, is it easy for you guys to get together and focus, or does it take a while to wrangle you up and get moving on something?
It depends on what it is.
Are you guys getting anything done today?
Addison's to be an hour and a half late no matter what it is. So we tell Addison, for example, we had to be here at 10:30 today. We told him 9, and he was still about 5 minutes late.
Wow.
So, we just kind of, it depends on what it is. I mean, when it comes to writing, it's like Antonio said it, like, that's one thing that's difficult because we are kind of perfectionists and we all want to really write, like, the best of the best. But as far as, like, things like if we're getting ready for a show or something like that, it doesn't usually tend to be too difficult. Everybody's trying to be focused and make sure they do their best. So, yeah, I mean, it just really kind of depends on what it is. Antonio and Addison and sometimes Steve are the best. They make, like, graphics and images and pictures for us to constantly post online. So they're usually the best on that, and I'm terrible at it, so I don't even touch it. But I just schedule it, post it, I don't know. It kind of depends.
So, how long does it take to blow out Addison's hair?
You know what? We've get a solid timing on it. I'm gonna say there's at least one half of a Daytona 500 required.
Is that why he was late today?
Yeah. Oh, no. It couldn't be because he showed up. Okay, let me tell you about Addison for a second. Addison takes minimum 2 hours to blow out that hair.
It's gorgeous. I'm not hating.
Oh, yeah. No one's arguing that for sure. But if he doesn't, this dude literally brought 2 different hats with him to the studio. No one's here. He brought 2 different hats. Just one didn't look good.
That's awesome.
There's no one but us.
Well, maybe he wants to look good for you guys.
That's funny. How much local support does Discrepancies get from your hometown and everything, guys, and from your local venues?
You know what? We receive an awesome amount of local support, and more than we could ever ask for. Like we were talking about it earlier.
I disagree.
I mean, you're always trying to grow. You know what I'm saying? But like what we've gotten so far is pretty awesome. Like we were talking about earlier, with this pre-order, they did a lot of merch bundles, and there's what's called like the ultimate bundle on the website, and it's $100. And we've had multiple people, hit us up like, oh, this is awesome. I bought the ultimate bundle, and then we had one guy message the band page. He's like, hey, all my wife wants for Valentine's Day is the ultimate bundle. I was asking her, the best way to order it and stuff, and I was like, it's kind of crazy. It's really not a deal, man. It is a deal. It's a deal, but it's a lot of. It is a deal. It's a digital down with the ultimate bundle. Four t-shirts, a poster, a hat, a vinyl, a CD, digital download.
Wow.
It's $100.
What a steal. You guys want one?
Yeah.
I want a signed poster by you guys.
I want the signed romper.
Oh.
Signed romper?
I just want the poster. I don't want the romper. So.
No, that's another thing we're doing with this re-release. The first 100 orders get a sign, or signing the first 100 orders. So,
oh, cool.
yeah, buy that. Sell on eBay here.
Sell on eBay.
It's a losing investment.
I love how positive you guys are on your band.
We know it's terrible. And we're proud of it.
Just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't accomplish great things. It's called,
That's true.
just because just because you're trash doesn't mean you can't accomplish great things. It's called a garbage can, not a garbage cannot.
Wow.
That is some deep, insightful words. Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
That really touched my soul.
That's a track on our next album.
Not a garbage can. It's also called a.
Guys, is there anything you would like to see change possibly in the music industry or go back to possibly?
How much time you got?
All time you want, brother.
That's a very good, honest answer, I think.
You know what? My biggest thing is right now I've seen this a lot with comedy shows, but they are actually not permitting cell phones or video or picture taken at this time. I think that would be awesome for concerts because I feel like the attendance at concerts is really dropping because people they can just go on YouTube and find shit.
It's easy access now.
Well, if you can you can go on your YouTube and watch your favorite band's full concert from like 3 different cities. It's fine too.
I disagree with Steve completely. I think everybody in this band disagrees with Steve completely because there's so much noise in the music industry now that if we didn't have photos and videos, nobody would have any idea who we were and we wouldn't be where we are right now.
I'm talking about
Well, the issue is, Steve, is that kids now growing up don't leave their houses in general. They don't go out and do things anymore.
That's true.
I think that's the risk, that people don't grow up going to concerts anymore like we did as kids. Like, as soon as I was like 13, I went to my first concert, and when I got my driver's license, that's what we started doing, is started going to concerts whenever we could. Festivals aren't touring around the country anymore like Warped Tour. Next year or this year, I guess, is going to be its last year, and I feel like that was part of a lot of bands coming up and whatnot. Honestly, like, I know Antonio's got something to say, but my personal thing that I would change is that more bands would open the door for more new bands, in my opinion. Like, I feel like I see a lot of people constantly talking about how we need a rock revival, but the only thing that's kind of tough is that there's a lot of new bands out there, and not just us, but there's a lot of other new bands that, like, they're trying to get on, support tours, or they want to play with their favorite bands and this and that, and, like, it's hard because they won't provide a spot for those bands to get a shot and, like, create that buzz for them and bring them up like that. I feel like a lot of bands used to. There are bands still doing it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like it's harder now than it was in the past.
I just saw where Louder Than Life signed a 10-year contract with the city of Louisville to keep Louder Than Life there. 10 years.
Wow.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, that's a step for you guys to get on. Seriously. Now you've got a backing record label. They should have no excuse on getting you on these festivals.
Yeah, that would be awesome. You would be able to get to see them too if they were there.
Yep.
And speaking of shows, I think I read somewhere that you guys did 50 shows in 60 days.
50 Shades of Grey? What?
Yeah.
They're in the new movie. You didn't know that?
Oh,
Great.
God.
But did you guys do 50 shows in 60 days?
A few years back we did. We went out with a band called The Few, which are good friends of ours, and it was intense. It was our first experience at tour ever, and it was really brutal. And we were in a tiny little van that had no AC. It was in the middle of summer, and that was our first real experience. So when we bought this van, we made sure to build bunks.
Yeah. I was going to say, when I read that, I'm like, woo, that's a brutal run.
We like literally slept on the roof of the van multiple nights, like in McDonald's parking lots, and people would like throw shit at us. But we did it anyway. We built little tents and survived. So.
50,
awesome.
50 strips of bacon, what it should be called.
What?
Yeah, it should be called 50 shits of gray. 50 strips of bacon.
Jesus. No, thank you.
Yes. Bacon.
I don't eat that shit. You do.
Bacon is good.
No. I don't eat the animals.
Oh, that's right. You're a vegan.
I'm not vegan.
Okay.
Vegetarian?
Yeah.
I did. I was vegetarian for about 5 months. 4 minutes. 4 months. Okay, vegetarians.
No, they don't.
Don't eat fish.
Whoa.
Pescatarians.
I got a story.
No, get your steak in there. You stink. You stink, and I don't like you. Away from me. He's gross. Okay. I was vegetarian with the exception of I ate fish.
Antonio was a pescatarian.
Whatever, bro. You're a pescatarian.
Wait, so is that pescatarian?
Whatever.
What the hell's a pescatarian?
I've stopped eating meat for like 5 months.
It's like 2 minutes?
End of it. I did eat fish though. But
Okay. How did it work out for you? No? Were you like, nah, I can't do this?
I'm probably gonna go back to it, but I I don't know, man. It's hard because with our schedules being so hectic. And
It is hard. It's very hard, especially when you're out on the road to try and eat that way. There's not a lot of options. And I myself have gone back and forth between chicken and no chicken, so I'm not like a true vegetarian, but I'm definitely not vegan because I love cheese. There's no way I can give up cheese, so I'm not vegan.
I know what happened to Steve. It wasn't a crap he took. He was doing yoga. He was warming up for you guys. That's what happened.
I feel like when the time comes that we get on the road, Antonio, Aston, and I will probably go vegetarian, if not vegan, because, and in my opinion, I know it's tough. I know a lot of people think it's tougher on the road, but I think it's kind of easier because on the road, time goes by really quick and you don't have a lot of time to do things. So it's easier sometimes to buy groceries when you have a day off, put them in a cooler, and have, like, the beauty of being in a vegetarian lifestyle is that a lot of your products can be eaten raw. You have to find the time to cook it and whatnot. So you could literally just eat carrots and broccoli. I mean, you can heat that stuff up in a microwave and steam it and easily be able to go. But I think it is helpful, but it also makes a difference when you're at home too, because finding the time to be able to do that, I don't know.
I think it's definitely made like a difference since I've done it. It's probably been about 8 years now, but I enjoy it better. I only think it's harder when you're on the road because I feel like there's other people around you who probably don't have the same lifestyle. So all they want to do is like go to Denny's or go to Wendy's or like whatever. And like you're sitting there like, what am I going to eat? Because they just want to be quick and get it over with. And you end up like finding yourself like, okay, I guess I'm getting French fries again. But
I'm going to eat some grass.
I don't eat just grass.
Oh my God.
Right now, so right now I'm actually not vegetarian though. I'm eating birds right now. I go back and forth with it, so
she's eating everything in sight. She's on Weight Watchers.
Anyway.
Quick, I got a side note real quick. So
Yeah.
now we're after watching this Netflix thing called What the Health and all this stuff. And your boy over here, like, replaced meat with, like, Skittles.
Smart choice. I approve that.
No. When I asked him, he's like, in this documentary, they say, like, it's like diabetes and heart disease. Meat causes that. Skittles, though.
Skittles the answer for everything.
Skittles. Oh.
See, now that's what I call bullshit. I was eating Skittles when I was eating meat. Like, you want me to give up everything? Like
there's only so much.
Exactly.
I should have given up everything. Like, not just meat. I just need to eat fucking grass.
Grass and water. That's all you get now is grass and water.
And think
like,
about it.
Anything that was like remotely not healthy, Steve's all up my ass about it. Like, you're not gonna eat a hamburger, but you're gonna eat that fucking Twix or whatever.
Just to eat healthy these days is so expensive. It's like, well, fuck, I'll just go back eating the shit I was eating before.
Right. And a lot of times on the road, a lot of these bars or venues or wherever we're at, they offer us food, and like, it's not like, most of the time it's not very vegan friendly or vegetarian friendly.
Right.
I think when it comes to like pricing and cost, it depends what kind of person you are. Me and my girlfriend go back and forth about this all the time, but like, she's a big meal person, right? She wants a main entree and a side and this. And I think in that aspect, if you're trying to be vegetarian or vegan, it's super difficult. I personally am more of like a grazer. Like, I'll just bring a bag of carrots and a bag of broccoli to work, and I will literally just snack on that throughout the day. Just grab and just snack and not like sit down and eat like a big meal. And in that aspect, I think it's way easier and way cheaper because that stuff costs like practically nothing compared to like when we would go buy hamburger and chicken and everything else.
Right. Yeah, I could see that.
That's like a slow death for me. I couldn't do it.
Speaking of games, I heard that one time someone referred to you as bro rap metal. How do you guys feel about that?
Oh, it's super accurate. So there's a big like motorcycle club where we're from called the Street Fighters, and they're known for making these insane videos of them doing like wheelies and stunts and stuff on the highway like once a year for Ride of the Century. And they asked us last year if they could use our music, and they put our songs in the video. And one of the comments on there was like, "Man, I really love these videos, but they always just pick these shitty bro rap metal kids to put in the music videos that have ruined it for me." And, well,
at least you guys have like a positive. Like, how do you guys handle criticism like that? Are you guys just like whatever?
it's awesome. Those are our favorite comments.
Oh yeah.
I feel like for me it would be too.
But one of my favorite comments to this day is like, we have this video, that Wake Up Prevail video was on YouTube somewhere, and that's a long video. It's like 2 songs into one, and it's a pretty long video that has lots of different parts to it. And this guy summed it up in 2 words. He just put fucking slop. Like, and I've been saying that like, not like I say it all the time. Like, I pretty much use that to describe everything around me. Like, I'm like, that's all he got from the video. Like, that's exactly what he took from it.
How can folks stay in touch with you guys, buy some merchandise, this new reissue of the album, things like that? How can he do that?
Keep on everything with us. You can keep up with everything over at discrepanciesmusic.com. We have links to Facebook, Twitter, everything from there, as well as merch. Pre-order links. You can get a link to the documentary. You can get a link to all of our music videos, everything as it's happening, upcoming shows, whatever you may be looking for. We've got it all there. So discrepancies.music.com, all one word.
Before I let you guys go, would you care to do a promo for the show, or one of you guys possibly?
Yeah, I'm down. Okay. Hey, what's up? This is ATG from Discrepancies. You're listening to BODS Mayhem Hour.
Everybody stick around. We got some great music coming up. We will see you next week. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you so much.